Long, long ago, in a small town in the southern United States in the 1950s, where the sun beat down on the cornfields and the wind whistled through the barns, lived a poor young boy who was skinny with cracked hands and dusty feet and who had lost his parents. Years earlier, leaving him only a small wooden shack that leaked when it rained and creaked when the wind blew. The boy didn't talk much because he had learned that when a poor person speaks, nobody listens. And since his land no longer grew corn and he had no food left, he went out to look for work. One day he heard the richest man in the area needed workers for his ranch, so he walked under the hot sun with an empty stomach but a bit of hope, only for the landowner, with clean boots, a big belly, and a mocking smile, to look him up and down and say, "And you think you're good for anything?" The boy lowered his head and replied, "Yes, sir. Do whatever you tell me." So the landowner laughed and allowed him to work, warning that if he failed, he would be thrown out. The boy worked from sunrise to night, cleaning stables, feeding animals, repairing tools, building fences, and eating late when hunger hurt, never complaining and hoping that one day he would earn something good. At the end of the month, when the day of payment came, the landowner snapped his fingers and ordered the foreman to give the boy something, which turned out to be a weak, dying horse with ribs showing and painful breaths. The boy, confused and disappointed because he needed money for food, accepted the animal silently and took it home, giving it water, dry leaves, and whispering, "I'm not going to let you die, you hear me?" Over months, he cared for the horse, cleaning wounds, removing ticks, sharing what little food he had, and speaking to it like a friend while people mocked him for caring for a pile of bones. Eventually, the horse slowly improved, and an old ranch hand revealed it had once been a champion before breaking its leg and being abandoned. Hunger and poverty stayed with the boy, but he began to walk with more pride, spending nights talking to the horse and refusing to work for the cruel landowner again. When a big race was announced, with prize money, the landowner loved watching poor people lose. The boy gently trained his horse and entered despite the crowd's laughter. On race day, the rich showed up with shiny horses, the poor gathered behind fences, and the boy arrived with his thin horse and a cloth saddle, prompting the landowner to mock him again. But when the race began, the boy whispered, "Easy, friend," and the horse running not to win but to thank the boy for his care slowly passed all the others, stunning the crowd and erasing the landowner. A smile as he realized the horse was the champion he had thrown away. The boy and his horse crossed the finish line first, and while the landowner offered the prize money with lowered head, the boy refused, saying, "I didn't race for your money, sir. I raced for me." And for him, from that day no one mocked him again, and even the landowner changed, having learned a quiet lesson. The boy returned to his small home with the horse beside him, owning no riches but possessing something far greater dignity, which became his true victory. And people in the town still tell the story, because sometimes the thing given in mockery becomes the thing that lifts you up. And whenever the landowner later saw the boy pass by, he tipped his hat in respect, proving that dignity cannot be bought.